I don't think we could put her down. We were kissing her and playing with her, and it was just like, I'm gonna be there for you the whole time. That is truly like the essence of being a child, is knowing that that person is still gonna be there. I'm military, and we have so many people that are in my wing that have adopted. And what I found out was a few of them had adopted through CCAI. On their website, they have like before and after photos, and you see these children in whatever orphanage picture they take, and then you see them home, and it's just like, wow, that's what love does to a child. And they really believe in helping these children, and they helped our daughter, and they helped us, and you know, we're a family because of them.
6,000 miles away, an ordinary day dawns in Zhengzhou, China. But for several families, this day is anything but ordinary. They travel to meet the children who already have a place in their heart and soon will be a part of their family.
I wouldn't say that there was this instant, like, you know, look at the picture and that's when I felt like that was the moment. But as we worked through the process of making that decision, I think it was more of a slowly just kind of that settling in our hearts.
The first time we saw his picture, it was it. I mean, we just felt that immediate connection.
And our little 5-year-old said, he doesn't have a mommy or a daddy? And we said no, and he said, you have to go to China and get him right now.
When we looked into CCAI, we found that the process had 2 tracks. There's the traditional track, which is non-special needs, and then there was also a special needs track. And CCAI laid it out very well. We decided to go the medical conditions checklist, and we checked off quite a lot of things because we did our research and we found that that was something we could handle.
It's another dimension to, you know, an added dimension to our life that we have now. You know, we're very comfortable and very settled, and I think it's just going to be more fulfilled.
The CCAI staff offers the parents some last-minute advice, preparing them for the challenge of winning over the trust of frightened and confused children. The next 12 hours will establish a foundation of love that will bind them together for the rest of their lives.
Because the first week is the hardest week for them to join your family, to get along with you, to bond with you first.
Someone once said, it's going to be the absolute best day of our lives, but for her it'll be the worst.
Known affectionately as Gotcha Day, the first meeting between families and children are swirls of emotion. Parents hold their children for the first time, while the kids struggle with fear at being thrust into the arms of strangers. It's a challenging moment. Parents strive to build trust with toys or candy, but many children are cautious and distant. For some, the transition is easy, and those smiles encourage the rest of the group.
You know, we didn't know what to expect. I thought it would be a little bit more of a streamlined process, but you know, they're all coming from many different areas, and you don't really know if these children have been woken up from a nap or if they've been traveling for 4.5 hours, so you really truly don't know what to expect. So it was a bit chaotic.
For many of the children, the chaos and separation from familiar caregivers leaves them inconsolable. The families are steadfast, accepting the turmoil as part of the process. For the Beroyer family, the weight becomes overwhelming. They are the last family to unite with their child.
We watched and we helped the other families, and we saw the tears, and I cried, and I was like, she's not even here yet.
Yeah.
And I couldn't hold it together because I was watching these amazing people, these friends now become the families that they've always wanted to be.
The commotion begins to subside, and children gradually settle into the loving arms that hold them. Despite their fear, They seemed to sense the love and security offered to them.
And I was just like, 20 more minutes, we've waited 2.5 years, what's 20 more minutes?
Yeah.
But that wait seemed like forever.
And then, finally.
When we got her, she held on tight. Just having her there and have her kind of clinging to us, going, okay, I'm going to hold on to you guys, you seem okay.
For us, there was no sound. For us, it was just looking at each other and saying, yeah, I've got you now. Mommy's here, Daddy's here. You don't have to cry anymore, we've got you.
And next day we're all at breakfast together, and all the kids in their little high chairs, and the ones that were crying their head off are now stuffing their face, and everyone seems to be really happy and having fun.
At breakfast the next morning, the scene is blessedly ordinary. The atmosphere has shifted. Parents tend to their children. Children relax in their parents' care. The process of becoming a family moves forward. Later that day, they return to the adoption center to sign the papers that legally finalize their journey.
I said yesterday, I just want to hold her, complete the process. So it was great. She's good. She's kind of been teaching me. When I dropped her shoe, she'd let me know, there's my shoe.
She grabbed his face and pointed.
The paperwork kind of felt like it always kept on going. Even in China, there was more paperwork. And so that was the most exciting part, was just being able to sign that paperwork, knowing what it meant, knowing how much we've been waiting for that point, and to see all the families there smiling with their little ones. It was great. We got back to the hotel and I was like, she's a Baroyer now.
Yeah.
And that was fun because we were laughing, and it's no longer just the two of us, it's now the three of us.
At first it's, who are these people? I think they're my caretakers. Okay, they feed me, they change me, they keep me clothed. And then, then the bonding starts happening where, you get the hugs and everything else. And once that starts happening, you're like, okay, now we're making a transition to really into parenthood. This is happening, we're bonding.
When we realized we're definitely parents was, he went back to work and I had the day with her. And it was the first day he went back to work. And he came home and I said, Daddy's home. And she had two toys and she threw them down and went and ran to him. And it was like that aha moment.
But I think in a way, she knew she was home.
My dad once said, Caroline, you just ask and I am here. And he always says, I am here. And I want her to know, without doubt, that we're here.
If you would like more information about adopting children through CCAI, the #1 ranked China adoption agency in the USA, please visit us at www.ccaifamily.org.